Have you ever sat around someone and had a conversation with this person? And with each and every passing second, it seemed as if you're drawing closer and closer to this person. Well, what was happening there isn't just some funny chemical reaction, but it was just you feeling their presence. Today, I'm going to be discussing with you how you can walk towards that direction because presence, brothers, is something that if you do not have as a man, you're worthless. For example, if you do not have presence, whatever it is that you're going to be saying to someone is just going to be meaningless because they've already written you off based off of your presence. If you do not emit presence in any relationship, then whatever it is that is there is going to end one way or the other. Because in order for there to be something meaningful, presence is a core element that has to be there. In today's world, we are always glued to our phones, always distracted by whatever it is that is happening, following the trends and all those things. And those things are what has contributed to us having the presence of a cockroach. Imagine as a man walking into a room and it feels as if nothing changed there. It seems as if your presence, like your very existence means nothing. That sucks. And today we are going to change that. Starting off with number one. As I've already said, that your presence is something that determines your value or your worth as a man. When you wake up in the morning, you have to make it a habit to stay away from your phone for the first hour of your day, even 2 hours if you want to be extreme. And there, you being extreme is actually you nurturing and growing your presence as time goes on. Most of the times, you'll find people wake up the very same minute. They don't even pray, they don't even acknowledge the fact that they're awake, but that very second they're already glued to the screens and the dopamine level is screaming to the ceiling. That, brother, is something that you want to walk away from if you want to make sure that you increase your presence as a man. Because one of the things that is going to help you with is that you're going to be aware of yourself. You're going to reconnect with yourself after that rest that you've had, of which you actually also have to have as a man. Because during the day, we are faced with a lot of challenges, a lot of things, a lot of thinkings, and a lot of execution if you're well in your way towards building yourself and you need that rest. Now, back to what I'm saying. You're going to feel that you're connecting with yourself. And another thing that you can do there to boost it is for you to engage in meditation. Or you can either award yourself with cold showers or just read scripture or any book that you're interested in. That, brother, is going to make sure that you increase your presence. Now, the second point, if you are observant, what you're going to find is that when people eat, they're always glued to their phones, or not necessarily eating. Whenever they're always interacting with someone, their phone is always on site, and that's something that is chipping away of your presence. If you do that as a man, then, brother, I implore you to stop it because you are giving off divided attention. And the moment you divide something, the moment you multitask, that's the moment where your efficiency drops. If you're focusing 50% on the person you're sitting with and 50% on the phone, then both activities that you're doing are going to ultimately drop. But if you focus 100% on the person that you're with, that's where you start winning because that person is going to feel heard. They're going to feel seen. And if it's something that has to do with the relationship, then that person is also going to feel valued because nothing sucks more than being with a person and you can see that they're distracted by something. I mean, why am I there if you knew you were going to be with your phone or something like that? Get it? So whenever you're eating, whenever you're being with someone, make it an effort to put your phone away. For example, every time I see a person glued to their screen when they're eating, I always imagine to myself, doesn't that person fear eating something funny from their food? Because what if a fly happens to roam around your food. And while you are still busy glued to your screen, you happen to crunch that. I guess it's extra protein, but now I wouldn't want to go into that route. And now the last one. I want you to be intentional, brother. When you walk, walk. When you talk, talk. When you listen, listen. Intention is the game changer because when you're with someone, they can tell that you are actually there. And that comes out of intent. When you're intentional about something, your whole energy, everything that you do evolves around that thing. And that is why sometimes intention translates to attention, right? And it, And what you're going to find is that in relationships, most of the times, if you're not strategic about how you use your attention, then that is something that also throws you off course. And I'm going to be discussing that with you guys in the near future. So make sure that you stick around because we're just getting started. Now tell me, of all the three, which one was your favorite? And which one do you think you're implementing or you're going to immediately implement after this video? Because knowledge is potential power, but knowledge with action is real power, brother. So always remember that. And until next time, stay vibrant.